know what's next? Life's a journey, never complex. A lifelong student, educators call, guiding future, standing tall. Conscious parenting, full hat on tight. Drove through decades, walked away for rights. From the motion pictures to the cosmic light. Contactee's journey, universal sight. Attempting to put the human back in humanity. Mic check, 1, 2, hear the clarity. Fascinated by the human experience. Sharing stories, breaking the silence. Human experience, hang out, come along. Kids, health, synaptic circle, singing our song. Random vlogs, life stories to tell. Each journey a beacon, wishing well. We all have incredible tales to share. Healing, activation, spreading care. Light the way, find the others. What's your mission, sisters and brothers? Attempting to put the human back in humanity. Mic check, 1, 2, hear the clarity. Fascinated by the human experience. Sharing stories, breaking the silence. Rise, humanity, unity we seek. Community sharing, synaptic circle unique. Be the solution, lift someone today. Assist in the rise, light the way. May the song lift whoever comes across, and may you do the same, no matter the cost. Spread the light, ignite the flame. In unity we rise, forever reclaim. Attempting to put the human back in humanity. Mic check, 1, 2, hear the clarity. Fascinated by the human experience. Sharing stories, breaking the silence.
Hello! It's catchy tune, isn't it? Hello, hello. Hi, Blazer. Hi, Lulu Bell. Hello, Henry. How are you guys? I got doing my thing. Palo Santoing. It's never a wrong time to clear the air. Which I don't know how much of the air I'll clear today. I might save that for my 50th. Got some snarky bits to share, but maybe we won't do it today. Hello, howdy, and hello, and happy Friday. Yeah, I'm winging it. I'm even in jammies still. And yes, it's noon, and that's okay because it's summer. But that's because I've been slamming things. And Miss Planner, this is heading into my most busiest month in a way. Hey, Clay, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Howdy, how, Clay. I did 2 of 2 my videos. Wasn't the countdown one. Yeah, if anyone saw, it was just my little man's birthday. He turned 11, and it's like he turned 11 20 minutes into Leo season, and I'm a Scorpio. And next I have my daughter, the Leo, and then the giant is a Leo, and then our 5-year anniversary, and then this family reunion kind of party. And holy smokes, it's just going to be one thing after another. And the next thing I'll turn around and be like, I'm prepping my classroom. So it's like the home stretch of summer, even though I have like 5 weeks left, 6 weeks or something. Area 50, Juan, how are you, sir? Good to see you. You're a Scorpio too, Blazer. That's right. I do remember that. Good to see you. I'm the 20th. So it's my countdown to my 50th. So Scorpio tails blazing for that one. There's been moments where I'm like, I feel seen, I feel heard, but there have been some storylines that I've had to just chin up for and like not take the low road. And because there's a great meme about like my silence is even protecting my enemies or whatever it's called. I don't know if I consider anybody an enemy, but there's some real see you next Tuesdays out there that I'm just floored that they can get by with that kind of behavior. And I'm like, it's maybe not my place to tell, but time and time again, I keep coming across people that are like, be authentic, share your truth. I'm like, really? Really? Because if I share my truth, a lot of people will be like, bitch, you taking down a spiritual person? Yup, because I don't think they're that spiritual if they treat me like that. So there you go. So there's my snarky bit for the day. October 27th, 72. That's right, Blazer. I think you're the same as my love, Joaquin Phoenix. Of course, second to the giant. Or no, he's the 25th, I think. Or when a Scorpio starts. I'm November 20. So there you go. So yeah, let me see what's happening here. Nice little chat. I love you guys chit-chatting away. Takes Juan to know Juan. You're a Libra, Lulu. That's sweet. I like that. Lulu the Libra. Industry pets. Hello, how you doing? Good to see you. You guys, you haven't seen, I did an episode on industry pets. So I'm going to talk about Bo, the dog that he's even in all my AI generated images of the chick doing podcasts with the dog right here because he always chimes in. So I can't wait for that one. I think I have to send you some videos still. That's really cool. Nice to see you, industry pets. Yeah. Hey, pets, they're saying. He's got such a great channel, you guys. And I know some of you in Conspiracy Clay, do you have pets? He's a music man. You'd be great on there too. Area 51, another one I haven't seen in a while. I know, I haven't seen you. Where's your snarky things in my Instagram, Juan? He sends me some funny tales. And no, I won't put you on blast. Hi, Roger Blair. How's it going? October 24th. So you're right before Joaquin, Mr. 50 Juan. Oh, yeah, I'm a cougar for you, huh? 90. I graduated high school in 92. That's so cute. Yes, they only want that if it confirms their truth. Absolutely. And you know what? My silence has taken me through almost, I mean, it'll be 2 years in November of one particular storyline. There's like 3 heavy hitting storylines where I've had to just be like, it's going to look worse if I talk, which is so sick and so sad. But at the same time, even if it takes 10 years, because truth always comes out, me holding my own through it all, I think would be the better route to take. So I've been doing that so far and it's really annoying. But it's not making me sick. So how about that? Can't stoop to their low frequency, but it's a shocker. One has to do with my kid's baby daddy. 2 have to do with community people, like truther people that people look up to. And it's like, you know, I've seen some true colors, both of which I was thrown under a bus when I did absolutely nothing except probably threaten their existence by being myself. So, ooh, my eyes twitching. That must mean the feisty's coming out. So the reason I don't want to do it is why? Oh, I'm just going to share some fun bits. If by chance, did anyone see Journey to Truth last night? I was live on Journey to Truth with Tyler and Aaron. And if you've seen me guest on other shows or talk on here, I hold them in the highest regard. I've met them. I've met some of their family members. I've been not only engaged with them online with podcasts, like interview them interviewing me, but I've been a part of their conference, the very first one they put on, and that frequency that was there. And they're still very authentic. I shouldn't say they're still, but I'm proud of them for still being so very authentic and genuine because they're hit from all angles, all sides. Channels taken down, people going after them for what they post, infighting going on with the people that they've had online. You know, like it's hard to host that kind of stuff and interview with countless people that they have. They are on like 300 and something show. You know, they've been doing this for like 5 years and they're good men. Good men. So if you didn't check that out, I didn't really get into any of my paranormal stories. It was really all about the high vibe education I do and the teachery stuff. So if you want to know a little bit more about that with me, it was a really good episode. And they're only on Rumble right now. They've been uploading slowly. Their 5th time on YouTube, trying to upload this channel again because it keeps getting taken down. I feel so bad for them because they had such a huge YouTube following. But pretty much, I mean, tons of them went over there to Rumble. So check that out on Rumble. It was a really sweet one. I felt really, it was a very maternal one. You graduated too, Blazer, 1990? Oh, 1990, you graduated. Juan was born 1990. You're only 2 years older than me. So there you go. That's exciting. Hello, hi to Twitch. Rumble. Every time I see it, I get confused, but psychology backwards. I love that handle. Hello, how are you? Nice to see you. Henry's an old Pisces. Only had 1 fish. So years passed. You were February-ish, weren't you? February, March? Oh, industry pets. Hey, who in here has seen Sax Squatch? It's so funny. This talk about being on the same frequency, Raj. A couple days later, after you had shared that with me, You shared it on when I interviewed you, and then you sent me the links, and we brought it up again on yours. But my random friend who didn't see any of those episodes, who didn't know we had that conversation, sent me that and said, "Hey, check this out." I'm like, that has been in my face more than not. So now I've been able to watch. And that Sasquatch is going to be by where my friend just moved, which is in North Carolina. He's doing a concert or something. Sells out and everything. Like he does in-person things. It's so cool. Yeah, thanks for sending that, Raj. That was really fun. Because my kids liked it too. Roger, you graduated 88. Ooh, ooh. Yep, that's kind of my guess I started high school then. I was a freshman then. Very nice to see you guys. Hi Matthew, how's it going? Nice to see you there, sir. Cheers to you. Cheers to you, Matthew. Can I show you? Where am I at? I had to keep putting that down because of kids, but I'm pouring through. I'm still in the beginning phases, but holy smokes, it's so fabulous. And what's great is after you remember your mission, he's got just a way of speaking, so I can hear his voice when he's talking, and it is activating something. So thank you so much for this book. It's the best. My kids love it, and I brought it to water polo because I'm like, I don't want to look at my phone, guys. I want you to know I'm paying attention, but if it is redundant, can I look down and read a book? So I brought it to read, and then I realized at one point, like I used to do at airports, I'm like, I want everyone to see it, so I'm like reading like this so everyone can see the title. And then I was watching the game. It was exciting. But I love your book, Matthew. Way to go. Way to be, I should say. That's awesome. Oh gosh, I'm behind there. Yeah, Sasquatch is awesome. I'm a new fan now. Henry, you graduated 77. Awesome. I was the 3. That's so cute. Yay, Matthew, you saw that show last night. Awesome. It was really fun. Thank you for that. It was a trip, Zoom trips me out. I'm going to be prepared because back in the day, like 2 years ago when I was on their show last, I was super unfamiliar with tech. My mic didn't work for a year, I didn't know what was happening. So I'm like, I'm going to make the Zoom work because when I do Zoom, it's so foggy and it's a mess. I'm like upgrading, I'm doing all these things, and come to find out freaking Chromebook laptops, you don't have the HD quality. So it's never gonna be clear for me on Zoom unless I update my laptop, which I'm not doing anytime soon. So once I got on, Tyler was even like, hey, let's work on this. Let's figure out, you've got a lag. And I'm like, it's my Chromebook. It's my Chromebook. Like, I'm sorry, Tyler. I really did learn more tech, but nope, it was my Chromebook. So yeah, so it's a little blurry. On that note, I'm on Zoom again tonight. If anyone knows, he chimes in here and there, but Don Rogers, the late night after show. Oh gosh, Don, I'm so sorry. The after show with Don Rogers. I'm on live with that tonight. He's on YouTube. So that's going to be 6 p.m. Pacific. And he's in Alberta, Canada, like by Alberta. So he's 7 p.m., 6 p.m. Pacific. I'll be live tonight. So, yeah. So that's going to be another Zoom though. So I'll be a little blurry. Backward psychology, you're 92. Also great. Are you a pal? Are you a high school pal? 90, 90, 90, 90, 92. No, I wasn't a cheerleader. I was pom-poms. Big difference. Still listening just on the phone right now. If I missed you guys, hello and raise the habitat. Thanks to Area 50 Juan, musician from Pacific Northwest. Oh, good. Did you like Don? You were on there, right? Matthew, Don? Cool. Well, I'm looking forward to it. My goodness, this is one of those that you're not from, okay. Well, hello to Georgia. Rumble's talking too, so you guys probably can't see Rumble on there. I was on Canadian Spinja. I think you were too, Matthew, I believe. And I loved that episode. I love that I hope, it gets more traction because that, just like Journey to Truth last night, was where I really went in hard about parenting and teaching. So, and the new earthy kind of stuff. So I really liked the episode with her. But when I was with her, I was with Don, And he had already booked me out for this. So this is like 4 months or something in the making. And so I kept, I'm like, I hope he still wants to tape. And he did chime in. He did ask. He goes, can you get more into the woo? Can you talk about your paranormal experiences and things? So that's kind of what tonight's going to be. Last night was very much what I'm doing out in the world with the muggles. Tonight is going to be a little more like, yeah, I saw some shit. I think some shit happened, and I'm recalling my shit. So let's share my shit. It's a shit share tonight. Georgia, we're in Georgia, psychology. I had an ex from Conyers, Georgia. My first husband, I should say. Hey, brown dwarf, what's shaking? Oops, not greetings and salutations. How is it down there? How are you? I still have to get your store, and I say that every time. Heidi, make a point. So like I said, I'm getting into my craziest month. I have Amy Chilson coming to town too, Adventures with Amy. She stays in Santa Monica when she comes. So I'm going to go down with her and do a show down there. And still got to get back for kids water polo. So I got to juggle all that. But daughter's birthday, Giant's birthday, anniversary, curriculum meeting. Arkeem Ra. You guys saw me interview him on a Synaptic Circle. He just asked me on to do one of his Light Brigade episodes. So I'll be going live with him and his partner August 4th. I remember that one, Sunday, August 4th. And I think it's 5 p.m. Pacific. I'll write all this out. I'm doing this for myself because I did all these little bookings yesterday. He wrote me right after Journey to Truth. So I guess he liked what he saw. And we're going to talk about that kind of stuff, paving the way with the New Earth education and everything. So that's coming, but not to be forgotten. So Tuesday, I'm taping again, and I think we're going live this time. Dave Emmons invited me back on Strange Reality, and we're going to be joined by, I believe, a scientist from Berlin. Correct me if I got that wrong, Dave. I have to look that up before I go live, but I didn't do that. So there will be 3 of us on Strange Reality on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, episode 16, Synaptic Circle. And you all know and love them, but Long Island Bigfoot Mike and Vic Cundiff of My Bigfoot Experience. And, we're going to talk all things Dogman. That's a Vic specialty, and Bigfoot. So yeah, I'm just throwing it all in there like big old kitchen sink. Why the hell not? It's summertime. What's happening, Big Daddy G? Nice to see you, Midwest Night Watchers. Coming in to clean up the riffraff. Nice to see you. I have a Geezer Geek show to do? Heck yeah, when? Which one? Let's do it. And I do have to pull you guys in for Geezer Geeky, another one. Deep South in Georgia, Mr. Backward Psychology, or Miss Coffee Country. Cool. Garrel Squatch. Really fun episode with Jessica Jones. Garrel. Why do I keep going back to the G? I think because I say Big Daddy G, but it's Garrel. Garrel and Jane, you guys had such a great episode, Jessica Jones. You know what? I had this little flash, a little vision when you were talking to her. I'm still picturing something going on. I don't know if it's your property, if you want that much energy there, but in your area. Now, I know Journey to Truth does their conference in the Midwest, but I mean, what a great pull for you guys in, back there down in Southern Illinois there a little bit. Central Illinois, I should say. I can still see something happening for you guys. So we got to keep getting those manifesting bubbles going. That would be kind of cool. What's happening, Professor? Cheers to you. Fun show last night. I was very random in the chat. I was headphoning it, doing things. I still have decorations everywhere for my little man. Oh, you can see some balloons right here. That was so cute. His little birthday. He just wanted to play with me and his sister and have a treat party. So I'm not like, no sugar for you. But, I'm very conscious of telling them, like, when they get sick, I'm like, oh, we had too much sugar. Like, I'm pretty blunt about some things. So I say whatever goes down for birthday. So it was like Doritos, things that we don't normally have. Ice cream for breakfast, ice cream on top of pizza and fast food pizza, not even just homemade pizza. And we went nuts and had fun and played a game, built a fort, slept in the fort, had some extra screen time. That was his birthday. But Monday, I'm going to be offline. We are meeting some of his pals and going to like a jumpy place. I don't know if anybody has Sky Zone everywhere. We have Sky Zone here. It's, the indoor trampoline kind of thing. And so 2 of his close guy buddies, they're in Croatia, so they're not going to be able to join. He's a little bummed, but it's still going to be really sweet. It's going to be fun. He's never really had that kind of camaraderie. And I don't like using really the term starseed anymore, but when you think of these new kind of kids coming in with this brightness, kindergarten, he was picked on. He had bullies in kindergarten. That's at a Waldorf school. It was so unheard of. And then lockdown and then, all this crazy stuff. So he loves being with his family and he's got just a couple close-knit pals. And so, but he's just the life of the party too. He's his generator in human design. It's just go, 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 go. And I'm like, let's go jump for 3 hours. Someone else can clean it up. Plus the giant didn't want everybody over here. So that's coming up for him. But all our decorations, I told him we'd keep them up. I start adding to it. So next is my daughter. So I'll get more decorations. And she is having a couple girls sleep over, and then we go to a water park. And then the giants. So, and he took work that day. He's working on the new Dexter. If anyone, I think I talked about that last time. The new Dexter is filming right now, and it's the precursor to him becoming Dexter. And it's not Michael Hall. They recast it. It's someone young. But my hubby, he watches it. The giant watched it with me, and he said he looks just like him. So it's very good casting. It's not going to drive you crazy. So Mr. Psychology, I see that. That was a lot at once. I know, I've been missing on Geezer Geeks. Well, I'm officially, aren't I a geezer already? I got to come see you guys over there. No Sky Zone. It's called Flying Squirrel. Oh, cool. I asked him, I go, do you want to do that? Or do you want to take me to iFly? I talked to Doc Skinner and, he got me hyped about that. And we've seen one of those units at Universal City Walk. And like, what if you try the flying thing? And then Mr. Business Money Man, he was computing the pricing for it. And he's like, I'd much rather have more people and go to Sky Zone. And I'm like, okay, because it is expensive. So, yeah, Sky Zone it is. Hi, Aaron Moriarty. How are you? Good to see you, Mr. Truth Quest. How's it going there in Wisconsin? Good to see you, Aaron. I miss Wisconsin. We would have been home by now last year, but we were there and we had to cut our trip short. We were only there a week last year and I was hustling for my sister, but now she's fully running by herself. So it'd be a good time to come back. I had a hard time being around the bar. I was just sitting there sipping. I'm like, I don't drink anymore. And I'm just not a good vibe for me scene. I mean, I love what she did, but the evenings I was like, oh, where's my shift drink? And I'm like, what? I don't even know. It was interesting. So I'd love to come back and just patronize and then hang out in the town. Okay, from my friend from Georgia, never saw Bigfoot, but 20 years ago, a lady had a bunch of orangutans and she died and the things lived on a river here. A bunch of people saw Bigfoot for years. True story. No way. So they were probably mistaken all those wild orangutans for Bigfoot. That's so crazy. Did she legally have them? It sounds like is industry pet still here? That sounds like an illegal pet thing. Dang. Woo. Those Georgia boys and Georgia girls. Just kidding. Oatmeal with vanilla ice cream is good. Anything with vanilla ice cream is good, Clay. I did try it on the pizza. It's pretty good. It was good on their pizza. They do pepperoni. I did my foo-foo like feta spinach. Like something foo-foo. I know Sky Zone. I'm falling for it. But you know what, Brown Dwarf? I did it on a Monday, so I get the discount. And I learned this from the homeschool days. Even in summertime, it's one of the slowest days. So I'm like, woohoo, we should have it to ourselves. Hi, Jane. Nice to see you, Miss Jane. Jane, I was telling Carol I loved your show with Jessica Jones when you guys were on there. That was an awesome one. Totally awesome. And I'm manifesting your gathering somehow. Okay. And Midwest is saying we need more representation of geezettes. You got it. Well, it's my countdown to my 50th. Maybe my 50th too. I'll coordinate an online birthday party. hosted by the Geezer Geeks. Officially geezered. That would be funny. Oh, thanks for tickling these algorithms, you guys. Oh, vanilla chocolate, yes or no? I like swirl. If I get those choices, I get a swirl. Otherwise, my little man's like me with vanilla because we dip everything in it. You know, French fries, all that. He dips everything. He dips everything. Maybe I should get into that because if you saw my little post, he's got to go. This is something that was never caught as a baby. I had horrible postpartum. I'm going to save the postpartum talk for its own talk so I can just talk to mom. To you guys too, but that a different audience for just that, like one of my little blurbs, like a 10-minute download of my postpartum awfulness. And I never sought the help that I need. Plus, he was born in Burbank, and we were released there saying, oh yeah, everything looks good. Everything's fine. And, the lactation consultants and all these people are supposed to give you the green light. And I was anything but. So that poor kid totally suffered. He even hit jaundice at the beginning. I pumped though and gave him that milk for a year and a half. So for a year and a half, I did not sleep. Every 2.5 hours, my alarm, I don't have an iPhone. I cannot hear that. the typical, because it makes me, I was waking myself up all the time to try to pump because I wasn't producing it a lot. So I tried to gather everything I can just to give it to him. And I still had to supplement because he wasn't getting enough. But long story short, because I was supposed to save that for something else. Tongue tie, like a severe tongue tie and a lip tie, which is kind of common. And it's really common to catch it as a baby and just handle it then. Nope. Plus, he was so quiet, such a quiet kid, that once he started talking when he was older, I was like, oh, okay, I'm hearing that. And people are like, oh, let's see when he grows up. He'll grow into it. It'll grow into it. Do these myofascial exercises. He'll grow into it. It's not growing into it. And even get really frustrated. He has this real anger of frustration when he's not heard correctly. And still to this day, he can be like, what? What'd you say? And I'm so used to his language. So is his family. So is his closest friends, teacher, our homeschool learning center. They're not like interfering medically, like, you should check that out. They're just like, that's our Huck. But no, to me, it's gotten to the point you're like, you know what? We got to do something about this. He's going to hit adolescence. My friend who works, with education systems. And she's like, even if you homeschool and go through a charter, they should help by getting speech therapy. So before we did the speech therapy, we're in and out of the dentist all the time. We do a holistic ozone, biodental, clean stuff. And finally, I'm like, what's going on? We take such good care of our teeth now. That's another story. At home, why all this stuff all the time? Is it the tongue tie? And he's like, that's right. Let's look into that. And the other person there who specializes in myofascial work, and she did this full assessment, and she's like, yeah, it's time. And she referred us to this biodental person. I wound up getting a referral for insurance, and it's a thing. But anyway, he's going in for this surgery soon, and it's not just a clip of the tongue. He's got they got to get in. I'll show you. They got to get in the sides and get in there. And it's going to happen the week of his sister's birthday. And he's so bummed. And I'm like, you can have all the ice cream you want. So you reminded me by saying that, Clay, because he dips everything in his almond milk or oat milk, whatever he's drinking, and it softens it. I go, do you think that has to do because his tongue can't sweep, can't go to the roof of his mouth? The top palate is really tall, so food gets stuck all the time. So this little man's going to have a little bit of work done. So could use all the good vibes. And the lady uses lasers, but she might also have to do some cutting. And I have my cranial sacral guy coming with her to tag team. So he'll be working there with the cranial sacral. If anybody's not heard of that, it's pretty amazing to look into. Are you coming to say something? Are you hearing me talk about you? Oh, you want the charge. They get some screen time. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. If I yell again. I see you. I see nothing. You're not here. So it's a big to do. It's because more so for the recovery. He's got a lot. He's got to be tough because it's going to hurt to stretch it and all that. That was a lot of all that information, but I just thought I'd share that because yeah, it's happening. And there is even the lady that I met who was so kind, so gentle, she works with ozone, and I saw all her hippy dippy stuff. I'm like, I'm with good company. She was pissed for me. She's like, you should not have left the hospital without them thoroughly checking this. This should have been caught. And then I go, and I had severe postpartum. I didn't seek any help. I just took matters in my own hand. And I was like, with my baby, like, I got this. Like, leave me alone. And it didn't have to suffer really. So I was beating myself up for this whole 10, 11 years now. She's like, stop doing that. The system is broken. You can do something about it now. And people of all ages get this done. So he's going to be fine. So for a little pipsqueak. So we're excited though, because we're going to go back to sessions the second week of September. And he's got to still do the therapy for it, but his speech is going to start to improve. And this is the year that he's going to be doing, more speeches. So I'm excited for him. So that's that story. Chastity, how are you? Uh-oh, I think I hit my camera. Yes, I did. Chastity, you knocked me out there. One sec, guys, it's coming. What the heck? I can't touch a thing. Here it comes. Hi, Chastity. Good to see you. Hit me up anytime. I think it's coming back. Hold on. Ay, caramba. No, it says front camera. There we go. Ugh. There. Technology. Chromebook. I know, Erin, you don't drink either. You know what? That's changed everything. Oops. What'd I do? Oops. Sorry, let me figure out where that was, because where was I? Holy smokes, I'm behind. I am a geezette. Thanks, Bauer. I'll still hang at a bar, but non-alcoholic drinks. There you go, Brown Dwarf. Yeah, I can get into that. Mine was, hustling and working for my sister. She stresses me the fuck out. And I fell into the habits of being with the family. That was our family social dynamic. And so, yeah, I fell right into it. And my giant was watching me too. And I'm like, yep, I still got some work to do. Watching the drunks can be amusing sometime. Absolutely, Henry. That's why my giant doesn't drink. He was in Wales. He was that guy. What the hell do you call it? Wake up, Pop. The bouncer. So he threw a lot of people out for being sloppy drunks. And he just has no time for it. However, on our courtship, he bought me wine all the time. That was one of my gifts, like a nice bottle of wine. And would just watch me drink wine. An old orangutan is called a boomerang. Dun-dun-dun. Blazer in the left there. Yes, let's do it. I think you're talking, Garrel, about the 50th. Let's do it. Okay, Blazer, in and out. Lettuce wrap, extra animal sauce, and chocolate shake for dip and fries. And perfect. I'm pretty much the same except vanilla. I still do like in and out. I do. I mean, you can get information on any sides of the coins with it because people blast them for being certain way. And I'm like, I'm sorry. On their bag, they have a trafficking hotline. They talk about pedos. Like, I'm going to support them. And it's still considered family run. There's chains, but they're keeping the family run model, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Heidi, you don't look like you're going on 50. Thank you. Going on 20s. You know what? It's good lighting. You gotta meet me in person, Roger Blair. No, I think it's energy too. And, I've cleaned up my act. I do look a little different than years ago. And I think that has just a lot to do with it. I'm also day 10 of chlorine dioxide. I got to watch because that's going to be a community strike. Parasite. When I started getting this cold thing, I'm just like, that's it. And I did my little mix A, mix B. Can I say it? I guess I can. Chlorine dioxide. Overnight, I felt better. So when my giant just went through cold, he refuses any of my stuff. He's like Dayquil and then NyQuil and then Dayquil and then NyQuil. And I'm like, have you learned nothing from me? So I do the kids in my health a little different. And he watches. I'm like, I got better quicker. So which one worked, do you think? And I tell him, I go, some of that stuff, if some of you guys use it, just like a Band-Aid, it suppresses symptoms. It doesn't take care of what's going on. So I like to get to the root of things. So I think that's been helping, Roger Blair. I've been cleaning out a little bit / like the treat party for my son's birthday, I indulged in everything, Doritos and all. And, I know they say genes has something to do with it, but I think a lot has to do with, about 4 years now, I really limited my drinking, and really the last year barely had anything. I think I had, what where are we in the year? I had some wine at Easter. I had a beer. Oh, what am I talking about? My kids' end of the year party, kombucha, hard kombucha. I can put that back. Pretty good. That's some good stuff. And that is hard, so hard alcohol, but kombucha style. Um yes, I can taste it while reading it. That's so cute. Oh shoot, you guys are going so fast. Um oops, miss. Thank you. Thanks for the love and purse for little man. He's going to do great. It is going to be some work and he is going to heal up so quick. He totally will. He it's going to change a lot of things for him. He's been teased for his voice. And I remember catching it cuz we were at pickup for school and these kids younger than him, they're twins. They're not invited back to our center, by the way. The whole family is just shockingly like curt and rude. And so I saw them like teasing him about, we're going home to our party when we get candy, but you can't come because you talk funny and stuff. And my little man's just like, I don't care. I have my own candy stash. He's just like, like that meme of what's his name. And I just handled it like a boss, but I internally was irate. I'm like, those little kids. It's like, oh, Brown Dwarf, you had your third wisdom pulled out long ago. Oh, you should have done it earlier and all at once. I heard people should keep them. So I hear mixed things about that. I did have wisdom pulled out, gosh, in Chicago. So it's like 25 years ago, maybe 30 years ago at this point. And because they do come in sideways and then they do that to keep your jaw and then they're supposed to fix themselves, but a lot of people it doesn't fix themselves. So I've heard mixed things about that. I'm so sorry, but that's a hard one. That's a hard thing to go through. Mouth stuff is no joke, folks. So a year ago at this time, in fact, it was the day before my anniversary because we went out to my anniversary dinner and I could barely eat a thing. I had gum laser surgery. My advanced periodontal disease was so bad that I had to resort to this gum surgery. And it's great now, but what happened, I did 7 years at postpartum, 7 years of not going to the dentist and impacted teeth, plus my past with issues with bulimia and things. But my gums, your gums are where it's at. That's the gum health. And I'll never forget my dad's deathbed. He was a skeleton basically, and his brain was fried up. Thanks, Big Pharma. But he would complain about his teeth hurting the most. And I feel like I was on this journey because his spirit was like, fix your teeth, It's also the first road to like heart attacks and things because it's connected to all the organs. So I tell everyone, I go, okay, brush your teeth, fine. I go, but floss the fuck out of them. Like floss them. And if they bleed, oh well. And then swish with Periobrite or, a clean like swish thing, not necessarily Listerine, but clean stuff and regenerate your gums because that's scary to me. That I was at the epitome of losing myself for bad gum disease. And what happens is they get a deep clean and I have to go every 4 months or so. And now it's getting a lot easier. But it took her like 2 or 3 visits just to do one issue of deep clean. And it would be so bad. It's a disease. So it was like spreading. Even if she cleaned it all, it would still be in there and start infecting the next round. So she couldn't like catch it. And I had to go to a specialist to get this surgery. They laser up your gums, lift them up, deep clean in there. I'm totally numbed out. It's the worst experience I've had. You just smell like flesh frying. I was like leaving crying to the giant, like, what the fuck did I put myself through? Like, that was my holistic doctor that referred it too. So I was like, "Bleh." And then a month later, I'm like, and then I'll tell you that too. But it changed everything. It really did. It changed my health. My eyes were clearer. And this is creepy because my teeth were so freaking clean. Sugar, and I couldn't stop because I was an addict of it. I'm like, oh, I just want a little bit more. It felt like I was eating fire. So that's when I knew, oh my gosh, sugar really is the devil. As we have our treat party and we're getting ready to make treats for his Monday party. But be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. That's my preach. Hi, Pixie. Did I just see Pixie? Hi, Paranormal Pixie. How are you? Nice to see you. Now you see how far back I am. Hi, Trevor Om. Trevor Om. We missed you in Mornian's. Were you there in his monthly Patreon? That was a good one. That was juicy. They did all your wisdom teeth at once when you were 16. You had 8 of them. What? How's that possible? No way. Ouch. And you were a pup. Oh gosh, that's awful. Oh my gosh. There you go, Henry. Zinc D-quercetin. Haven't had a cold or flu since. Amen. Yeah, I don't keep up with that very well. We just did our D's and B's, but I make quercetin for sure. Absolutely. And when we had our lemonade stand at lockdown, no muzzles allowed. I sold Q tonic waters, so quinine and zinc tabs, and I was giving it to people. This is May 2020 in LA. And then we were doing lemonade. So I go, there's your C. And then we had the sun, and I was handing out handouts to Bill Gates. Boron everyday blazer. Perfect. Helps a lot. Amen. That's that stuff, man. I just ordered my activated charcoal because I need a binder. I didn't have any more binders. What is that? Astaxanthin and PQQ? Can you guys see when I pull that up? Am I missing something? What's that thing? That sounds interesting. That's the one I haven't heard of. So I like exploring new things. Hi, Sandy Songjoy. How are you? I love those songs you sent me. I think you have a radar now. Yes, you do. You had laser dental thing a year ago. It does make a huge difference, right, Henry? And I was like, they said I was one of the younger ones that came in, but my lady who cleans them, she's holistic too, and she had someone in their 30s die of heart attack, and they didn't relate it, but he had an infection. He didn't get the deep cleans, and he had one tooth infection that wouldn't go away, and it was a heart thing, and they traced it back to the infection in his tooth. So guys, take care of your teeth. Floss like a mofo. A mofo. Many years as a child taking antibiotics. Oh, your poor gut destroyed the enamel of your teeth. Yes, and your gut. Full dentures at 22. Oh, Laura, that's awful. I'm so sorry. And your gut. Maybe that's some of the gut health stuff. Oh, I tell you, our bodies, our meat suits are like, they're taking a whooping, aren't they? Yes, be kind to your teeth. Harsh floss, brush over them. Could assist gum recession. Depends on your teeth. Yep, that's it, Sandy Songjoy. We're just all in the floss picks now. I used to stop by and I'm like, look at all the plastic. Me. And then I hate to do the things, but the floss, I tell my kids even, I go, okay, brush. I go, but floss. Don't forget to floss. And I'm the mom with the floss picks in my purse too and in my pocket. Blazer too. All your teeth gone at 33 because of pills they gave us during Desert Storm. Oh, Blazer. Dang, that sucks. Man. Why would they give it to you? Probably something to like protect you from something there, or oh, that sucks. Hi, Trevor. Trevor, yes, you did miss the last meeting. However, did you get the book? I'm starting to read his book. It's really good. And there's a Blue Flame chapter. I don't know if he's here anymore. Matthew was here earlier. Had my wisdom teeth out at 16 too. Dentists used stone tools back then. Seemed a normal thing in high school. I know, right? It was like the normal thing to do. It's not so normal anymore. Now they just watch. They're like, I think these were here for supposed to be as place markers. So what's been happening, a lot of kids are getting them out earlier and earlier, but then their jaw, their teeth are like the palates are shrinking. And they realize the wisdoms were there to be a marker to hold their jaw so they don't have later in life issues. I don't know. Coconut charcoal works great. That sounds awesome. Hi, Angel Wings. How are you? Castle Dude was crack-a-lackin'. Oh, dang it. I got this one on. This came from Poland. Got a new one, but I do not have my beaver on. Sorry, Neil. I know. I feel like I'm cheating on Neil. Like I'm not wearing my beavers. How are you, Neil? Good to see you, hon. Oh, I had the old surgical scrape 10 years ago. Ugh, the laser's much better. Oh gosh, yeah, that makes me cringe. I just had goosebumpies about that. So instead of that laser, yeah, they just get in there and scrape. You know what? My daughter works with horses. So if anyone's seen the hooves being scraped or their teeth, that's what it felt like in the chair. You're just like, your head's moving because they're just like scraping the shit off. But oh my God, once they get clean, you're like, oh my God, it changes your whole body. Crazy cool stuff. Oops. Everyone's name is to begin with G so we can fit in with Carol and Jane. I'm Gil. Hi, Gil. I had bruxism, clenching, grinding, and TMJ. Yep. Jaw muscle disorder as a child, adolescent, adult. I dealt with chronic pain from it most of my life. That sucks. Dang, Trevor. What have you done for that? Like, do you wear a bit at night, like a little mouthpiece? And what's the other thing they're saying? Cranial sacral? Going for the cranial sacral stuff? Guidegop. That's a good one. Ultra strong antioxidants. Or, oh, yeah, thing you were telling me before. I can't even read my writing. Ultra strong antioxidants that also rebuild cellular mitochondria. The PQQ actually causes telomeres on DNA tests last longer. Good stuff. Woo! You must be in the field. You've got a juicy brain right there. That's really cool. Ultra strong antioxidants. I didn't know that. I like the antioxidants. I don't like the antibiotics. I have kept my kids off of that and tried to do the other regenerative stuff. That's crazy. Thank you for sharing that. Georgia. Chemical biological pills. Oh, from Desert Storm. And they give us pills for the oil fires, but I don't think that's what they were. Dang. Sorry, Blazer. That's just intense. Every 8 hours we had to assemble and they made sure we took them. Do you know I worked with a set medic? We had medics on set and a lot were veterans. And this one gal in particular was discharged because they lined them all up and they went up and down with different shots. And she said they went in one round, it was like 20, like something that you wouldn't do normally for a human, I guess. They try to do it with babies. She went down, she collapsed and went in full seizure and they had to discharge her. And so she was a little off on set, super kind, super cool, but she was fascinating. You started talking to her about what she would see and what she went through. And she had no NDA. She went all in, but she didn't mind. She goes, I was going to do anything. Of course, we lined up. You don't say no. You say yes and she just couldn't survive. And she said no one else in her lineup went down when she did, so she felt like a failure. It was so sad. Trevor, you haven't ordered Matthew's book yet? Plan to purchase hard copy. Yeah. I think it's a soft. It won't come in the hard, but yes, the hard. I didn't want the Kindle-y. I don't know how to do it. No, I don't have Kindle, but I like the books. I like my bookshelves. I will kneel. Angel still has most of my teeth. Only have my wisdom teeth removed. They were rotting out. Ooh, they couldn't believe I ever had any in my jaw. It's very small. Aw, yeah, checks up. There's so many different stuff about the wisdom teeth. And Trevor with the mouth guard. I use the mouth guard. I still do it. So yeah, I had that. I should have said that because it's such a habit now. I have a hard time falling asleep without it. Well, I can still sleep, but I prefer it because it'll just pull my jaw forward enough to open the airwaves. And that's what was happening. I was having trouble sleeping and the advanced periodontal periodontal disease and gum disease comes a lot too from mouth breathing. I did that whole episode on kids health with Lawrence August, who's going to come back with me end of August. We're going to do back to school stuff. But it was fascinating to hear about mouth breathers and how they have bad gums and teeth issues, and it's the bacteria. And so that's why people tape their mouth shut or, the grinding and things. You get a little mouth bit, it moves your jaw just a little bit that it opens the airways. And I sleep so much better like that. We got one for my giant because he's a snorer. We sleep in separate rooms pretty much. And he just bit right through it. He bit through his bit and he grinds his teeth down. So I'm like, when you're ready to try something new, tell me. Hey, Joe Fox, what's what's crack-a-lack and shake-a-lakin'? I don't know what I'm saying anymore right now. I know that was... My teeth actually did better not brushing my teeth, avoiding fluoride in the tooth. Yeah, we never done fluoride. Charcoal toothpaste at the dollar store. Yes, we use that. I have the charcoal powder. I have to remember. Thank you for reminding me. The kids and I do NHA, I guess, and you don't even put water on it. It's like remineralizes. So that's our kind of toothpaste, but it's all about that flossing, man. Right? You have a night gown too, Henry. Yeah, those night guards help big time. They keep the grinding. I was a big stress and clencher too, Trevor. And I didn't even know it. They could just see what was going on by the way my molars were. All this D stuff, so funny. Been off fluoride toothpaste. Yep. Coconut oil. My mom swished with that coconut sesame oil and coconut oil, and she was supposed to have all these teeth pulled. She cleared that all up. Yeah, I always forget to do it too, Sandy. I get impatient too. You have to do it for like 20 minutes or something. Oh, Blazer, you got the organ fluoride in grade school like I did. Yes, I did. Ugh. Ugh, it's still everywhere. Feces now here in LA. You can only sleep by nose breathing. Yeah, that's the best thing for you, I think. Taking them for years. Most people think I'm 35. I'm 50 next week. Happy early birthday. Woohoo. That's awesome. Those antioxidants. I got to scroll up. So PQQ, and what was the other one? It's XXX. Some long one. I got to write that down again. If you put that in again. Wow, I can never breathe through my nose until my neurologist put me on zinc daily. Nice. Yeah, it's all about the nose. Sandy, I miss Lawrence. He's been so busy. I got to get him. We did 25 episodes of Kids Health. And I had him on a synaptic circle and with Sue Fisher and I. And I think we're going to just go into like that back to school health thing because you can pinpoint. I'm not a fan of well visits, and you can see what happens to kids after, we're not going to go down rabbit holes, but we are going to just talk about fitness and health and the back to school routines and stuff. Do you have a recommendation of brand to wear? Where, Joe Fox? You mean a mouth guard? I had it fit at the dentist, but is that what you mean? I'm a snore big time. Get the curtains. Oh, you guys are so funny. Neil. Oh, hypoxipet. Yeah, that toothpaste. Yeah, what Charlie. Can you read the brand of toothpaste in there? The toothpaste we like. What's it called? It's not Hello. It's not. Thank you. I want to share it. Oh gosh, I took it off airplane mode and my phone's going a little crazy. Yeah, what's the brand? Boca. Boka. Boca. So that's a good one. I look at it every day, but I can't remember it. Yours says kids. There's Boca Kids too, but they're all the same. Yeah, they do like, watermelon. There's no sugar and there's no aspartame or anything, but Boca, you can flavor it up. But what was weird to me, we used it for a while until I finally looked into it. I'm like, oh, you're not supposed to add water and you really don't have to rinse it off. You can just do it and do whatever. And the mouth guard, Joe, that was through my dentist. So I don't know, they did it. But I think, and for the giant too, but I think you can get some and fit them yourself. They're usually little plastic things. I used to do it for whitening in the 90s. You got little plastic things and then you dip it in hot water and then put it in your mouth. It sounds crazy. And yes, it's warm. And then bite down and then shape it to your mouth. So I think you could be able to do that. Yeah, Laura, I was really sick in January, February. I remember that. And I stayed in our pullout, our guest, where the guests stay. And I've stayed there ever since. It's the best sleep of my life. And plus he works odd hours. I'm like, you can take the king. And I'm like the flip around 500 pillows and the knees and all this. And I'm staying there. So we sleep separate. Angel must channel her dragons while sleeping. I'm sleeping. You heard them snoring through me. Oh, that's my excuse. Oh, those dragons. Hey, Mr. B. What's up? Terrence B in the house. Hi, Terry. G'day, sir. How are you? Nice to see you, sweet cheeks. How's it hanging down there? Down there. Down under. Blazer's ass is a dragon lately. Oh, nice to see you, Terry. Oh no, Joe, I'm about to lose a tooth now because of periodontal disease. I was this close. Yes, my teeth were, I feel them. I'm solid as a horse now. I didn't lose any. And that laser gum surgery helped attack the gums with, I actually, before I went to Perio Bright, which is the natural mouth cleanser, I used, I'm going to get you the name of it. It had fluoride in it. Sorry, everybody. There was fluoride in it, but I went all chemical and hard because I got scared. They're like, "You're too young to lose your teeth." I'm like, "I know." Let me go to my past orders and take it off airplane mode. It's blue and orange, if that helps. Periodontal disease mouthwash. What the heck name was it? TheraBreath. Was that it? That looks natural. I get that was the one that worked. TheraBreath. This one. If you can see that, my dear, it, it's hardcore. And then I moved to Perio Bright. My kids do Perio Bright. They don't do any fluoride, but this one I'm like, fuck it. I went hard. And the floss till it bleeds. I mean, even just do it. I'm now meticulous floss every night. It makes a difference to regenerate your gums. Your whole body health changes when you have healthy gums. I kid you not. I kid you not. Hi Eric Hollywood, happy Friday to you. Happy Friday. Those mountain of pillows. What was it, Mr. That's not a pillow. That's Garrel's. Garrel reminds me of planes, trains, and automobiles. He remembers that hotel. It's 3:59 a.m. here, Terry. I know, right? What are you doing? Did my voice wake you up? Oh, Trevor's using a neti pot. Nice. To clean sinuses. Yep. Made a huge improvement in my sinus health. That's awesome. That's fantastic. I tried that with my daughter and myself. I haven't used one for years, but I do admire, I love them. I'm just lazy. I'm a stickler. I'm really into that chlorine dioxide. And then we've also put it in the humidifier before. I do the concentrate and put that in the air for the kids. Periosciences is the mouth rinse they told me to use. Nice. Okay. There you go. And oil pulling. Absolutely. I tried that too. Gail, mine got past the point. They called it advanced periodontal disease, where I was just chasing the disease as it was eating my gums and was trying to regenerate from inside out everything. And that's my thing. I believe in regeneration, everything. We had to have laser interference and it changed everything. It was a year ago this time. And it took a good 6 months really to recover. Not just like eat normal, but I was so sensitive from it and it was fine. I knew I was like powered through. I'm like, that's fine. This is this is bringing me back to one. I mean, my heart felt better. Everything felt a little bit better in that sense. Yeah. Perio Bright is the other one. That one was TheraBreath. TheraBreath. Sorry. Perio Bright, I'll show you a picture of that, is what we use now because I'm kind of like out of the red. So it's a maintenance. And that one is this one. This is what in the kiddos have it too. It's more natural. In fact, I sometimes like to do it before I brush because it has a little like brownish to it. And I don't like to leave a stain on the teeth. So I'll do it and then do a light brush after if I have to. But you get that gum health. I really wish I could have regenerated my dad's mouth and his gums. I think it would have helped him big time. You had a dream you were eating a marshmallow and your pillow was gone. What? The notification woke you up. Sorry, Mr. B. Yeah, oil pulling is a classic. That's a great one to do. Yeah. I'm lazy though. So I don't. I have all the things for it. I think I have enough in my arsenal that I'm taking care of business, I guess. Yeah, that's so funny. It turned into the mouth thing, but I'm so adamant about that. In fact, I went on this thread that I sometimes use scrolling like on Facebook and someone will ask a question. Yeah, you feel like it's data mining and they just want to get the algorithms and it's fine. But it was intriguing. It was one of those, what would you have told your younger self? And me, it was like, take care of your teeth, take care of your gums and take care of your teeth. And then it went into this conversation about, that. and gum disease and stuff. The mouth breathing, sugar, you know, not taking care of your teeth, you know, that all adds up. And your teeth are no joke, and they're connected to everything. Mental health too. Big deal with your teeth. So yeah, my kids laugh. It's our thing. It's not like go brush your teeth. I'm like, go floss your teeth. And now it's become our thing. Like after a while, you want to see something. You're like, oh yeah, I got you, little fucker. You know, you just want to scrape it out. And I go so far as to under here is where a lot gets hidden for a lot of people. So you have to kind of tip your head and just get in there like they don't bleed anymore. They used to just touch it and they would bleed. Now they don't bleed even when I jab them to bits. Oh, that's the hour mark. I wasn't going to. Oh, did I? Oh, yeah. Did you? Are you still there, Georgia? Did I miss it? I'm going to scroll up here because I want to share. I don't know if I share Rumble things, they don't come up usually. I don't think he's there anymore. Oh, here it is. Yes, you did share it. Oh, I'm just going to write it in here because I don't think folks can see you from the other chat threads. ATAXAN. Yes, my eyes are still kind of working. Okay. Astaxanthin. If anybody else has heard of that, they're saying he's saying super, super high antioxidant. It's helping reverse age, the works. Oh, wait, that's my Twitch. I don't know if anybody's on Twitch. Hello, Twitch. Hello, gamers. I just try. Spread it where you can, right? Yeah, I'm going to try this. Does anyone see when I put Rumble up? Maybe it's the replay. You can't really see Rumble. And Aaron, half the mattress was gone. You guys. You guys. Sorry I wasn't sharing all your stuff. Oh, there you go, Joe. Yeah, take care of those teeth, man. I can't say that enough. Oh, okay. So tonight, Don Rogers, I come play in the chat. It's after dark, and I'm going to go into the paranormal stuff. So if you didn't see, I think some of you saw the Journey to Truth. I was so happy to be on there with them. I always gush about them. Last time I was on was 2 years ago, and that was with Abby Lynn. And I'll probably save that conversation till I'm 50 about what happened there. Crickets, crickets, crickets. Notice they use metal tools that poke small holes in your mouth. Yep, in your teeth. Then you have to go back to get cavity removed, and they fill it with bad metals. The whole thing makes, yes. I hear you, Blazer. So I'm really fortunate here. I found this really cool old school guy, super old school. It's a family practice. Their office looks like, your old school living room and things. And the daughter does myofacial and the son is the intake guy. And this man, he's waiting to retire, but his kids aren't quite there yet. But beautiful practice. They use ozone to clean your teeth. And they use these ozone particles and really fast, like sand particles, granules they sandblast the cavities. Like that's their drill. And they clean out, they call the gunk, and they use ozone then to clean the hole. And then they'll do almost like, not porcelain, but they use lights, like the red light, blue light. They'll use a light technique to really sterilize and clean your teeth, and then they seal it. So there's no more metal fillings, there's no more of that stuff, and there's just constant, cleaning out the bugs and cleaning your ozone. He saved my daughter from, they're supposed to have a root canal, which I didn't really stand for. 2 years he saved that tooth, and it was regenerating. We took a back seat to our dental health for too long. We missed a treatment. And for that, she got to the point of having to have one, but we went to someone else that's new age and new like lasery and all the good stuff in her bone now, and everything's growing back. And you don't hear stories like that. You only hear the horror stories of root canals. And I never believed in them either, but this made me a believer now of like, okay, when it gets to a certain point, save the rest of the health, the heart health, the mental health. We got to tackle the issue. And what they can do nowadays with this advanced tech is pretty amazing. That old school shit. Yeah. Can you believe they used to fill our mouths with metal And if you have an opportunity, if anyone does, I think if anyone has the opportunity even to have insurance, not another crime in the country, try to get the metal out and replaced, because we're conduits. We're these, they're pinging the EMFs, everything off of us. So we got to keep our mouths really clean. And I love that imagery of our nervous system, our brain stem, and then all the nerves coming off of it. It's a really beautiful like branch and tree. And it's, our bodies are so crazy cool, but everything connects to your teeth and your mouth, your gums. So crazy. I think they are, Neil. I think their Geezer Geeks are on Saturday, right? They tape first now and then they share so they can talk in the chat. My periodontist switched to ultrasound and lasers for them from the metal doodads. Cool, Henry. Yeah, me too. Sweet. Sound healing, right? I love it. And the lasers, the ozone, they're getting with the program, the good ones, the sovereign ones out there, the ones that are not trying to create customers, the ones that really believe in your body healing. I love it. Flava Flav. Oh, false teeth. I'm going for the metal mouth jaws. James Bond. Yes. Or Flava Flav. Yep. Nice. Your dentist replaced all the metal fillings. The remaining teeth had metal absorbed through I know. So after that 7-year gap, I didn't go. I finally went in, and this isn't the dentist I found now. It's somebody else, but it was my first crown thing. They saw my tooth was holding on by a thread. It was like this, just a little bit of tooth, a little bit of tooth, and it was filled with metal, and the metal was seeping into my system for who knows how long. To me, there's my postpartum, there's my depression, all that mental health was awful. The way they have to clean the metal out, by the way, and imagine they like injecting metal into you now. It's like just like the dentist, like they're in hazmats, they have special equipment. They can't let any of that metal get anywhere. It has to specifically go down the drain and wash out and none in your mouth. It's very, very like protected procedure. And then they're like, oh, but just go get that shot. But I digress. But he took that out and then did a temp filling and said, you really have to crown it to save that tooth and keep whatever's left there. He didn't even pull the tooth. But that night, I went home and I remember sitting, and at the time, 2 toddlers running around, and I'm just like, well, not even toddlers, they were older, but I couldn't believe how different I felt. I was poisoning myself for who knows how long. It was frightening. And I was like, I could kill myself really for leaking metal. It's so crazy. Oh, Paranormal Pixie, I wish you were here. Desperately need some myofascial massage. I'm so exhausted from this constant pain and Charlie horse in my back. Oh, I wish I could help you out. I wish you were here and give you all my peeps. Something to try. Okay, myofascial. Yes, God, everybody needs that. Everyone needs cranial sacral too. We love our little $20 Amazon plastic kit of cups for cupping. Have you ever done that? And sometimes, like when I have my worst here, it actually means my lower and mid back is at its worst. I'm learning all these parts. Sometimes if you have a neck thing, it's really a knee pain. If it's, everything's so connected. But we'll do treatments here and there. My son's it's his favorite. Like you've seen MMA fighters with cup marks on their back and everything, but you can do it at home and it'll give you some relief. That's all I could think of. I love the cups. But yeah, we got to get you some myofascial and cranial. You know what? I can send you some of the YouTubes, Laura, that my little man's been watching, because he'll do myofascial like tongue exercises for some myofascial release. But I think you're referring to as the cranial sacral, like the whole, the fascia, right? It gets in your spinal fluid, really, the cranial sacral. Really, really amazing treatments. And sometimes if you have insurance, some insurance will cover that. That would be really amazing. Okay, Geezer Geeks tomorrow night, 27th, 10 p.m. Eastern. That's 7 p.m. Pacific. We got a banger coming up. Be there, miss the geese. Live stream and call in right after. Oh, cool. That's right. You are double dipping. Well, that's the pre-record, right? You air it so you guys can talk online, and then they go live after. That's how I think you've been doing it. Sweet. Yep, Jane just confirmed. Recorded and then air. Oh, Neil, you should give her a massage. You do have magic hands. We got to get you across the pond first. um, all stomach issues stopped and could think clear and wasn't sick anymore after the teeth came out and skin cleared up. Yes. I had such wicked skin. My skin issue was so bad in my freshman, sophomore year of college. It was so embarrassing. I wake up an hour before my class. What college kid does that? Just so I could put like pancake makeup everywhere. It was so bad. Little did we know. I mean, that summer I worked in my first coffee fudge shop. So I lived on coffee and chocolate. So my insides were a mess, and plus anxiety and stress of college and anything. But I was a guinea pig for Accutane. I've shared that on here before. I was the first wave of Accutane, which proved down the road of depression and suicidal thoughts and all that off stuff. And like, yes, my skin cleared in 3 months, but my insides were fucked. I went down a really, really bad train after that. So it was and so it was only when I cleared my gut and my teeth that my body started regenerating. Isn't that crazy cool? Speaking of, I forgot my lemons, but don't forget the power of lemon water. Never tried cupping? Oh, you love it. Because the cool thing, Laura, is too, I do it to myself. It sounds weird, but they have an extension. So like I can put a cup here and have the crank. And then, you can put little things on. I'd show you my little man. He's got them all over. And he didn't want to. And I think because of water polo, I'm like, are you worried about what people think of water polo? I go, dude, do you know MMA fighters have them on all the time? Like it's a thing with athletes. It's like sucks the muscles up. And I love it. I love it. I love healing. If I'm an addict anymore, I've been an addict a lot of my life, but my addictions now are of healing stuff. You mean the Olympic Games opening ceremonies now? You mean the latest, what's it called? Satanic ritual programming? Oh, no, there's a name for it. Sorry, guys, I've been messing with my hair a lot. What do they call it? You know what I'm saying. Hi, Jessica Jones. How are you? Great to see you. Jessica Jones in the house. Jessica, I have Vic Cundiff and Mike Long Island Bigfoot next week. I think you'd like that one. It'll be noon my time on Wednesday. Sounds very weird to me, the cup thing. It sounds weird, but it's ancient. It's ancient. It's an ancient practice, ancient Eastern practice. Look it up. Do ancient cupping techniques. My old acupuncture lady, she would do it with glass jars and fire. So she'd light the flame and it would suck the oxygen out. And then she put it on my skin and my skin goes. And now even she said, yeah, those little kits on Amazon, the little plastic cups, they work too. Why not? And people also use, I don't have it with me, but I have one of these little plastic pieces that's in a shape kind of like this with another nook on the other end going the other way, kind of really soft nook. This is a hard nook and this is a soft nook. And they do scraping and they scrape muscles to bring the blood and things, stagnant blood, to the surface so it can move. It's really, cupping's about stagnant blood, and a lot of our muscle pains and things are our muscles, there's a knot or it's frozen up or something needs to get moving, and cupping helps. And cupcaking hell is fun too, Neil, right? Yeah, check out if you even just Google or look on Amazon of cupping, or so people scroll and they look at like baking things, or of course I love my Adam Rose. So I'm just going to say the other comedian because I don't think he's chiming in anymore. So it was Jamie Kennedy and I were chatting for a minute, and he was going to let me interview him, and Adam Rose I was trying to, and neither of them are getting back to me to schedule. So now that I'm in the middle to end of summer, I'm just going to say their names. I wasn't saying them before, but I'm putting it out there. I'm like, come on guys, don't be scared. Jamie's on tour though. So maybe when he comes back, Jamie. So those were those guys. But so I'm usually scrolling and I have funny things like that I see. And then my other obsession are the shorts on chiropractors and those who scrape. I love seeing people's muscles get worked. That's my little fetish. Especially when they get like purple. Because I've had those purple or giant, or even my daughter, like she hates the cups. My son likes them, and she's doesn't like to be touched. So I just did a gentle massage yesterday, but she doesn't like that feeling of the cup, and I get it. But when after I do my son or the giant or someone does me, I'm like, take a picture because you want to see, you get a map of your body and you're like, oh my gosh, that area is like purple or wholly stagnant blood. And sometimes it's around like the kidneys or the liver, the lungs. And you're like, okay, I got to start paying attention to that. And then you can take some herbs to detox that organ or, just that pull alone will help like start flushing it. And it's I love it. Anything we can do on our own hands, I'm a fan of. Of course, break a bone, I'm going to the ER. Thanks. It was a great show and you made. Oh, I miss Moggs. I got to see Moggs. Poor Moggs and Stevie B. I've been missing their shows. I'm always at water polo. What do you mean to help Moggs? Hi, Jim's camera. Don, how are you? Did something happen? Or because Stevie Bree, she's on vacation, right? Oh gosh, I have to catch up with them. And I still have them coming on, Stevie B and Moggs. I'm going to be interviewing them. I got to check you guys out. So, do I keep going? Just a little bit. Don Rogers After Dark, live tonight. YouTube's his channel. I don't think he's on Rumble. It'll probably air on Facebook too. And that's 6 p.m. Pacific. So I'm going to get all paranormally on that one. And then there's something tomorrow. Oh, the water polo game. I'll be up at 7. This Parks and Rec thing has been the best thing we've ever done. $25 for the summer. I know I've shared that, but I'm still blown away. And I'm mad at myself for not being able to, like, postpartum me, not being able to contribute to this more. Why didn't we do this every summer? But they're loving it. And so we have a game for another park that we're competing against tomorrow with water polo. So we're going to do that. And Sunday I prep 1,000,000 cupcakes for the Sky Zone party because that's exactly what kids need when they're jumping for 3 hours is cake and pizza and root beer. Oh, I'd hate to work there. The shit you'd have to clean. But that's going to be fun, I think, for my little dude. And then I'm on Tuesday with Dave Emmons, Strange Reality. And Wednesday, 16th episode, Synaptic Circle, Long Island Bigfoot, and Vic Kniff. I know, Laura, it's 80s prices. I honestly, I kept refreshing my page over and over. I go, this has to be a joke. This has to be like per week or per month or it's for the whole freaking summer. And you can dip in and out. So I tell my kids like we can't go tonight because I'm going live at 6, which is when it starts. And the Giants sunset. So I'm like, I'm sorry, guys. And they want to because the game tomorrow, but they also know they have a game tomorrow. So they want to preserve their energy. And every time they've gone, we've kind of calculated it's like 15 cents because we've gone so many times. We've made our money work that each visit has been like less than a quarter because we've gone so many times. It's been so cool. And it goes until August 16th. So they have a couple weeks left. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I'm such a fan. I don't know how next summer is going to work. We're really going to try to fit in Poland and Wales. Neil, we're coming. And my kids, VidCon again, they really wanted to do that for another gift. And what was the other thing? They both said we want to do water polo again. So that's cool. I'm trying to check in. I go, can they do this all year? And I don't think that it's a summer program. So I got to find them something in the water through the year because it's just bringing out the best in them. And it's the best thing. Parks and Rec, man. Where we used to live, though, I would not. We lived by Van Nuys, and my son did try soccer when he was like 6, and it was for a minute, but it was just didn't feel the same as where we're at now. We're also at a really beautiful aquatic center, and we're right by the lake. We have something cool coming up, though. You guys will see pictures if you're on my Facebook or Instagram. Our Castaic Lake has a huge jumpy thing out right now for the summer. It's like one of those Fear Factor jumps. You can sit on it and then jump and make someone fly. You can climb these blow up walls, and it's all not in the middle of the lake, but you're not in the shallow either. You're out there and you have a vest on and you're doing obstacle courses in the water. That's going to be really fun. So we're going to try to do that. Oh yeah. Brown Dwarf knows the valley. That's where I was 22 years. I navigated best I could. I started in Encino, which was sheer luck how I got that place. That was with my 2 film buddies. And then I went to Valley Village when I divorced because my first guy I met, I married. lasted less than a year. Bless his heart. My Georgia boy. And then North Hollywood was the long one. I was there for a while. And then Van Nuys. Lake Balboa, Van Nuys, right by Lake Balboa. Oh, you caught 2 fish as a kid in Castaic Lake. Boom. Yeah, the kids will do lagoon, but we have a little Ranger in the garage. My hubby was gifted a fishing boat. So for this whole summer, we haven't taken the boat out. But now being a true Californian for 24 years, like the beaches, I like to go in the winter. Nobody's there. The lake's packed. So unless it's a weekday and he's available, we're like, oh, it's the weekend. Hell no, we're not going to Castaic. It's packed. Yes, Blazer is my favorite movie too. Valley Girl, my sister and I, it was my favorite movie. I love that movie. I think I always pick the bad boys. Maybe that was my influence. I wish my body could do stuff like that. It sounds like so much fun. I wish it could too, Laura. Your body can heal. So I wonder if in 5 years' time, or you never know, a few years' time, it's going to be a whole different scenario for you. Because you do the right things. And I love your show on Gamma Jades. Sorry, I'm butchering that. So sweet. You look so adorable. I love your energy on there. So she just had a show there. That was yesterday, right? So you folks got to check that out. That's on Gamma or Gemma? Gamma Jades. Oh my gosh. Surf punks. Absolutely. You're very, very welcome. Well, I'm going to wind this down, folks. I'm going to get my energy going for dawn tonight. I'll get out of my jammies. Movie Bird. These are the cranes my hubby works on. They're made in Poland, actually. And yeah, like I said, he's on the new Dexter. I'm excited for that one. We liked that old series. I always hate when they do remakes. I'm like, come on. But this one being a precursor to him being a serial killer and with new casting even more so, I was like, psh. But he's like, it's going pretty good. He's like, it looks really cool. They're trying new tricks with camera and they're putting a lot. It's not going to be like a Aaron Spelling special. It's going to be good. Gemma with a J. Okay, good. Thanks, Henry. Birds aren't real. Yes, Blazer. I've seen some of those at Lake Balboa. I swear to goodness, I've seen some of those where they're like animatronically moving. I don't know if I can say about all of them because we have some really happy bluebirds in the back. I think they followed us from Lake Balboa, by the way, because I have this really cool bird bath, water bath. And I swear it's the same guy. I'm like, that would be so crazy if they did. I like thinking like that though, but those suckers are real. They're pulling worms out of the ground. But I've seen some animatronic ones for sure. Okay, let's go down that rabbit hole. So there you go. Those are my bits. Those are my 2 cents. I will do a care share again about that postpartum crap. Whew, it's crap. It's hard. It's hard to swallow. And I'm going to keep these up. I'm going to try to do a couple next week. Not just the tapings I'm doing. I have a synaptic circle. And then I'm on 2 other ones, but I want to do some lives because come the first week of September, I'm down to like maybe once a week. So it's going to be busy time. And there you go. So you guys have a beautiful, blessed one. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you in everybody's chats. I'll see you on Geezer Geeks. Hope to see you at Dawn After Dark. Come support on there. That will be fun. I know I'm just excited because it's been several months in the making. So we're going to have a good conversation. And if you didn't check out Journey to Truth, check out the boys on Rumble. Yeah, they're fabulous. Oh, Blazer. Thanks, Carol. Yeah, like and subscribe and share. Don't forget. And I was going to go out with another one. We did our intro before. So let me just do this in case Jane's in the house. This is my dance pop. Go back over here. Sorry, guys. One more thing. Later. Yes, absolutely. Be the glitch, people. Be the glitch. Like Flavor said. I need to talk again. Give my 2 cents. I'll save that for next time. Probably don't need to right now. So, okay. Smell you later. Have a good one. Woo!